This is News Hour on Ifako Radio. Good morning. I'm Olanireti, Ololade. The major headlines. Senate reconvenes today as Electoral Act triggers uproar. Tinubu broadcast peace as Fubara Wike exit Villa together. Defense headquarters activates Operation Savannah Shield Inquirer. Oyo princes launch court fight to preserve Alaafin's supremacy. Nigerians in South Africa threaten protests over killings of patriots. Sports. Lookman reflects on bittersweet La Liga bow. Entertainment. My children got death threats during enters on Motola. Actress Fatia Williams loses mother on eve of 55th birthday. News in detail. Senate reconvenes today as Electoral Act triggers uproar. The Senate will on Tuesday today hold an emergency plenary session amid rising national outrage over its handling of amendments to the Electoral Act, particularly the controversial decision to drop the clause mandating real-time electronic transmission of election results. The extraordinary sitting convened less than a week after the passing of the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2026 comes as pressure mounts from civil society organizations, opposition figures, labor unions, professional bodies, regional leaders, and a swelling youth movement that has taken its anger to the gates of the National Assembly. The President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, is expected to preside over the plenary, which will be attended by the remaining 105 senators. In the past 6 months, the upper chamber has lost 2 members, Senator Okechukwu Izia of Enugu State and Senator Kodiya Akwashiki of Nasarawa State to death. A third lawmaker, Senator Jimo Ibrahim, recently exited the chamber after being appointed an ambassador designate by President Bola Tinubu. The development has reduced the number of senators from 109 to 106. The emergency session was formally announced on Sunday in a statement signed by the Clerk of the Senate, Emmanuel Odo. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has directed the reconvening of the plenary for an emergency sitting on Tuesday, February 10, 2026, the statement read. Plenary is scheduled to commence at 12 noon. Again, U.S. to deport 18 Nigerians on criminal list. The United States Department of Homeland Security has announced plans to deport an additional 18 Nigerians listed on its worst of the worst criminal register, bringing the total number of Nigerians scheduled for removal to 97. The development comes barely 1 week after it was reported that 79 Nigerians convicted of various offenses had been marked for deportation. The follow-up check of the DHS website on Monday showed that 18 more names have been added to the list, indicating an expansion of the enforcement exercise. According to the updated records, wire fraud, mail fraud, and identity theft were among the most common offenses committed by the newly listed individuals. An accompanying statement on the website said the arrests were part of an ongoing national crackdown on criminal immigrants by U.S. authorities. It read, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security is highlighting the worst of the worst criminals aliens arrested by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Tinubu broadcast peace as Fubara Wike exit Villa together. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike departed the presidential villa in the same vehicle on Sunday night after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu. Presidency officials familiar with the meeting confirmed to our correspondent. According to the officials, although the two political rivals arrived separately, Fubara rode away with Wike after the president's intervention. They described it as a symbolic gesture, signaling a possible end to their long-running political feud. Two of them did not come together. Fubara came first, then Wike came later, but at the end of the day, Both of them left the villa together in the same vehicle. Doesn't that mean they both settled? A source said. Another source confirmed the meeting, saying, yes, he met them yesterday night. This is true. The two of them settled. He talked to the two of them, but I can't tell you what he said. The Nation at first reported the meeting early on Monday, noting that Fubara accompanied Wike to his Gazube residence in Abuja afterwards. Defense headquarters activates Operation Savannah Shield in Kwara. Operation Savannah Shield deployed in Kwara State following last week's terrorist attack on Wuri community in Kaima local government area has swung into operation. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered the movement of 1 battalion of troops to the area in the wake of the attack in which more than 100 people were killed. The defense headquarters said yesterday that the operation, which will also take charge of Niger State, would fish out terrorists who killed people for justice to be served. In a statement yesterday by Defense spokesperson Major General Michael Onoja, also itemized some of the sources recorded by troops in other parts of the country. Also yesterday, General Officer Commanding the 2nd Division, Nigeria Army, Major General Chinedu Nnebeife visited the warrior community. Oyo princes launch court fight to preserve Alaafin supremacy. The Alaafin of Oyo Oba Akim Owade has been summoned to appear in person or through legal representation in a suit instituted against him by some princes of Oyo State at the Oyo State High Court sitting in Oyo Town. The claimants, Ladigbolu Adegboyega, Owade Teslim, Adeyemi Adeshino, and Adeyemi Adebayo, filed the suit marked HOY/18/2026, seeking several declaratory and injunction reliefs against the monarch. In the suit, the princes are asking the court to grant an order of perpetual injunction restraining the Alaafin either by himself, his servants, privies, or any other person or persons whatsoever from appearing at or attending or functioning to attend occasions and functions which they claim are not befitting the status of a symbolic traditional head of the Yoruba race. They also seek an order restraining the defendant from acting in any traditional or official capacity that will make him subservient or inferior to any Oba in Yoruba land. The claimant further asked the court to declare that the office of the Alaafin of Oyo, currently occupied by the defendant, is of immense historical importance, not only in Yoruba land, but also in Nigeria, West Africa, and beyond. They are also seeking a declaration that the Alaafin of Oyo is the symbol of unity, togetherness, and pivotal custodian of the cultural, customary, and traditional heritage of the Yoruba people. 9 worshippers abducted during vigil in Benue Church. At least 9 worshippers were abducted on Sunday by suspected bandits during a vigil at St. John's Catholic Church in Ojije, Utonko district of Ado local government area, Benue State. Local sources said the attack occurred around 2 a.m. when the church was holding a vigil as part of a 30-day program. The National Publicity Secretary of the Ufia Development Association in LGA, Comrade Jude Onwe, said around 2 a.m., 9 worshippers, including women and youths, were abducted from St. John's Catholic Church while they were at the vigil. Confirming the incident, Chairman of Ado local government area, Sunday Oche, lamented that the church failed to involve security operatives despite prior advice. That is what we have been battling with. We received the sad news of the abduction, and I have mobilized all the security agencies. We are working seriously, Oche said. Nigerians in South Africa threaten protests over killings of compatriots. The Nigerian community in South Africa has threatened to embark on a protest to demand justice for a Nigerian national, Emeka Uzo, who was reportedly shot dead during an anti-drug operation in Gauteng, the suburban region of Johannesburg. Uzo was reportedly killed at about 3 p.m. on Wednesday, 8 2026, at Caltech's garage in Windsor East, Randburg, a suburb of Johannesburg. In a statement published on its website on Monday, Action SA confirmed that the shooting occurred during its anti-drug raid. The statement read, Action SA can confirm that during an anti-drug operation yesterday, joined by Action SA, Eke Uleni, mayoral candidates, Please Zolani Kumalo, the shooting incident occurred in which a Nigerian suspect, identified as being involved in drug trafficking, was shot. For too long, drug syndicates have terrorized our communities. through violence, intimidation, and total disregard of the law. Action SA will continue to support every decisive and lawful measure to dismantle this scourge, and confront the violent resistance of criminals who have grown comfortable believing they are untouchable. Sorry for the break in transmission. We apologize for the interruption. Nigerians in South Africa threaten protests over killings of compatriots. The Nigerian community in South Africa has threatened to embark on a protest to demand justice for a Nigerian national, Emeka Uzo, who was reportedly shot dead during an anti-drug operation in Gauteng, a suburban region of Johannesburg. Uzo was reportedly killed at about 3 p.m. on February 8, 2026 at a Caltex garage in Windsor East, Randburg, a suburb of Johannesburg. In a statement published on its website on Monday, Action SA confirms that the shooting occurred during its anti-drug raid. The statement read, Action SA can confirm that during an anti-drug operation yesterday, joined by Action SA's Eke Uleni, mayoral candidate, Claire Zolani Kumalo, a shooting incident occurred in which a Nigerian suspect, identified as being involved in drug trafficking, was shot.